Spreading the gospel requires different initiatives depending on the settings of a given community. In an urban setting, how have different churches been able to spread God's work? Today, we interacted with Reverend Benjamin Kusasira, the vicar at St. Barnabas Church of Uganda, Mbuya Parish, to take us through what initiatives they have adopted. He starts by describing the geographical location, highlighting major challenges faced by the congregants.
Mbuya is an urban community where we experienced so many people from all kinds and walks of life. They gather around here, and some of these challenges are inevitable because towns are not like villages. You know, villages can have specific troubles and problems that could be handled that way, but in towns, I think it is a collection of various challenges. But one thing I've realized in town parishes like Mbuya specifically, we've experienced our Christians are always so busy. They are very limited at time.
Reverend Benjamin notes that the time factor has even affected some of the church programs' effectiveness since people don't show up due to lack of time.
We've also experienced a trouble, which is, I call also another challenge, of people that actually face so many temptations. Well, I don't say that in villages there are no temptations, but in towns, because of the economic struggle and the search for food and the ability to stay, whereby people rent, and they have so very many needs. You realize that people concentrate so much in availing themselves with those needs other than searching for God.
He goes ahead to share that in an urban setting there is much need for counseling services, and he asserts this to the socio-economic standards in the urban centers.
The need of counseling is much more than when I was in the rural parishes, because I haven't actually gotten to know the real gist behind that, but I see so many people get depressed in towns. You know, you get so many people to counsel in towns than it was in the rural parish. So I have also realized that there is more need to put more emphasis on counseling.
When asked what role the church should play in fostering peace and national unity amid Uganda's political and economic challenges, Reverend Benjamin believes that church leaders are not supposed to be directly involved in politics, but rather foster peace, reconciliation and brotherhood amongst the natives.
Elsewhere, not close here, you may find a religious leader being a specific person to a particular political party, and then that would create some kind of division. So the church would come to embrace, and maybe the political party we should have is the political party of Christ, as we can embrace people in their different diversities. So I think the church shouldn't involve itself in any kind of political party or political move in any way. All we should teach is peace, reconciliation, stability amidst people, and also the spirit of brotherhood.
St. Barnabas has sports activities during which the young generation receives ministry, and Reverend Benjamin describes this as an initiative the church has used to empower youth spiritually but also develop their talent.
St. Barnabas is an urban town, is an urban parish where we are surrounded by so very many people, and most of our congregants come from Chinawataka. And Chinawataka is a place where you find so very many people. And there are so many children out there in the community. So as a church, what we've decided was to set up a football, it's a soccer league, a community soccer league. And that has helped us to pull these children. And they come to be a part of the soccer training. And we've got them a coach that has taken them through the soccer that they love. And so that attracts them from the community. They come to church, so that we can have a grip on them to preach to them as they also enjoy the talent or build their talents in soccer.
With increasing cases of broken families, the church strengthens family values through organizations like Mothers and Fathers Union, as Reverend notes.
We do have other fellowships that are meant for the marrieds and family. For example, the Mothers and Fathers Union. It has really helped us reach out to families, and we've always had talks where we invite the Mothers Union and talk to them, give them facilitators, We've had family visits. For example, we always have programs where we go and visit a home, and then we see what they do. We speak to the children. Members of Fathers Union or Mothers Union visit a home. They speak to the children and also encourage them in morals.